When riding your mountain bike off-road, you're going to find yourself dealing with ruts sometimes on the trail. This trail has got deep, long ruts in it that are formed from vehicles driving up and down the trail. So how do you deal with them? As you can see on this part of the trail, I've got a choice of 3 different ruts. So picking your rut early and trying to stick in it is really important. Again, it goes back to keeping your head up and looking where you want to be. And I think this middle rut looks like the best one. I'm going downhill slightly into a right-hand corner. I can use the edge of the rut slightly as a berm. And if I'm going too fast, I feel like I'm not going to make it, I can always come out of this rut and go into the far left-hand rut. And hopefully, that's going to get me around that corner.
Keeping your head up and looking towards the end of the rut that you're in should help you maintain your balance. However, that time will certainly come when you are cross-rutted and have one wheel in the rut, probably the rear, and the front wheel will be out of the rut and you're fighting against the side of it.
When you start getting offline a little bit and into the side of the ruts, that's when you can get that unnerving feeling of the front wheel pushing against the edge of the rut. And that can end up with you getting your weight off the side of the bike and eventually crashing. So when that happens, a good technique is actually to use a nice little manual to pick your front wheel up out of the rut. Yes, your back wheel's then going to start dragging against the edge and drifting, but that's way more controllable than if your front wheel's doing it. So you've got to be comfortable with drifting a little bit and a nice little manual to pick that front wheel up properly out of the rut. Regain your balance, and then it's probably the best bet to then drop back into the rut. Or occasionally you might want to just use a nice little hop technique to pick your back wheel up and out of that rut as well. Similarly, when you're coming up a hill, you can use a nice little powered wheelie, a nice pick up of the back wheel to get out of the rut.
On established trails like these, they sometimes get worn in and you can use a rut to your advantage to gain support and carry your grip around the corner. Here in front of me, we have a deep rut also. I'll have to be aware, keep my pedals level to avoid clipping them on the side. Pedaling is definitely not an option. When tackling muddy sections on single track or climbs, you want to look for a lower cadence to allow the tyre to dig in, nice smooth pedal strokes, avoid chopping at your pedals.
So there you go, there's how to ride ruts. You've definitely got to be comfortable with the bike moving around because you're not always going to be in control in ruts.
This time of year when the trails are slippy, it can be a lot of fun. And usually you're going at lower speeds as well, so it doesn't hurt so much if you fall off.
That's it, and if you want to see more videos from GMBN, you can click down there for our Ask the Don playlist, where I try and answer those questions that you guys send us in the comments on Facebook and on Twitter.
And another good one that you can get to by clicking up here is how to ride further. Get out and do a longer ride. It's a good one.
And you can click on us to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. It's free and you get to watch all the videos.
See you, Neil.
It's all right.
Don't forget, give us a thumb up like as well. We like them.